sa himpilan ng Pinoy Radio. Layunin ng programang ito na makapagbigay ng kasiyahan at makapagdulot ng kaalaman, hatid ng paliwanagan at pagbatikos sa mga issue at problemang dumarating sa ating pang-araw-araw na buhay dito sa Canada. Kapayapaan, katotohanan at kalutasan ng mga suliranin ang aming hangad na ibigay sa inyo. At ngayon, ikinagagalak ng Pinoy Radio na ihatid sa inyo ang Talakayan. Radyo Pilipino, ang Talakayan.
Nakikinig po kayo sa Talakayan, ang tinig ng Pilipino sa Toronto.
PinoyRadio.com. Welcome to Dr. V. Santiago and Associates Family Dentistry. Complete dental care, general and specialty dentistry with trusted team of doctors, surgeon, periodontists, and dental hygienists. Now with 2 locations to serve you in the Greater Toronto area. Main branch at Toronto office, Rosedale Medical Clinic, 600 Sherbourne Street, Suite 307, Toronto. And its new office and clinic at Mississauga Marketplace Plaza, 4555 Herentaria Street, Unit C11. To learn more about Dr. Santiago and the Family Dentistry Canada, visit them online with their new website, thefamilydentistry.ca. For a TLC way of treatment, call 416-967-9272 or 905-272-3455. Dr. V. Santiago and Associates Family Dentistry.
Kahit anong ginagawa ninyo, makinig muna sa masayang tropa ng Talakayan.
PinoyRadio.com. What does it take to realize your dreams? To get you there, a vision and positive steps. The same goes to your financial future. At World Financial Group, we help middle-income families identify their dreams. It's never too early to start working towards your dreams. So I suggest you call Agnes Miranda today. Telephone number 416-702-9693. To secure your family's future, think of World Financial Group.
Magandang umaga po. Ito po si Nelson Galvez na bumabati ng isang magandang umaga sa mga nakikinig sa amin sa Kalukuyan. Ihanda po ang balak gawin at sa umagang ito, huwag bibitiw, manatiling nakatutok sa Talakayan, Radyo Pilipino.
Ito naman po si Bobby Achacon, ang Technical Coordinator ng Talakayan na bumabati ng magandang umaga at magandang gabi naman po sa mga nakikinig natin sa Pilipinas. Saka kay Jess, magpakagaling ka na.
Magaling na!
Oo nga, nakikinig naman sa ngayon. Ako po naman si Joe Damasco, dating news reporter na gagala-gala, ngayon na special event coordinator.
Ano? Joe Damasco?
Damasco? Para Damasco. Hindi, yung iba nga Damaso sila na Damaso.
Akala ko si Father Damaso. Okay. This is Tony San Juan, your political and social commentator, and greetings everyone throughout the Philippines and throughout the world for a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all.
Yan, Tony St. John.
Salamat po. At naging santo na ako. At ngayon po, we have a special guest in our studio right here. And she's a well-known personality in the community, especially in the Filipino-Canadian community, not only in the Philcan community, but also in the Dufferin Peel region of Ontario. Like her, many fellow Canadians, Luz came to Canada for a better future for her children. A graduate of the Philippine College of Commerce, now known as Polytechnic University of the Philippines, may libre matrikula po ron, with a bachelor's degree in commerce. A few years upon arriving in Canada, she completed Human Resources Management at the University of Guelph and received her Certified Human Resources Professional Designation in 1996. So, bata pa po ito. 1996 lang. She currently works full-time as payroll and benefits manager for Verb Senior Living. At palagay ko yung senior living kasama na ako rito. In addition, she is an elected English separate school board trustee for Dufferin Peel Catholic District School Board. She was first elected in 2006 to 2010, and again currently serving as trustee for the term 2014 and 2018. And I hope by next year she will be running again for the same position as trustee, representing Canadians in that area of Ontario. A recipient of Mississauga's Citizen of the Year Award in 2006 for community service. He continues to serve the Mississauga community by serving as president of Safe City Mississauga, board member of Heritage Mississauga, past chair of Catholic Women's League, Peel Regional, and past president and board member of Culture Philippines of Ontario. I'm very proud and honored, and of course delighted, to present to you and to introduce our special guest today, Miss Luz de Rosario, CHRP. Welcome, Luz.
Good morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, Joe.
Nelson and Bobby.
And Bobby. Oh, Nelson and Bobby.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
I got it right. So, magandang gabi rin po sa ating mga nakikinig sa Pilipinas. Hanggang sa Pilipinas ba ito?
Hindi, nation, ano to?
Worldwide.
Worldwide now.
Worldwide. Oh my God.
International.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. I hope your relatives, friends, and colleagues are listening and watching us now, and it's on real time.
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So what does a trustee do? Being a trustee for having served for about these 3 or 4 years, and again you're now working as a trustee. At the same time, your full-time work is with the seniors living, location or something or site. What does a trustee do?
See, a trustee is a governing board. So we do the policies and review policies, and we create any additional review of the policies that we want to have in our school board. We also advocate for parents and any concerns they may have that we could assist them. We do that for them.
Okay.
So it's a lot of work, but it's also fulfilling. I find it fulfilling because you get to see how you could improve the lives of the children in terms of their education.
Your service as the trustee covers a certain number of schools, both elementary and secondary schools in the Dapirin Peel area.
Yes.
Could you name some of the schools, especially? I suppose there could be about 3 or 4 high schools or lots of elementary, but
Yes.
yeah.
I do. I do have 2 wards. I
Yeah.
had Ward 6. I have Ward 6 and 11. In Ward 6, we have the high school of St. Joseph's Secondary School and St. Martin Secondary School. And for elementary, there's about, I was counting them last night actually. There's about 10 of them that falls under St. Joseph's and St. Martin. Then I have also in Ward 11, St. Marcellinus Secondary School and Gonzaga.
Is
St.
that the
Aloysius
school on the
Gonzaga.
corner of?
Courtney Park and Mavis.
Courtney Park.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Beautiful school, and really I know a lot of the people in the community wants to go to that high school. As you know, when they go to secondary school, it's open access, so it's not only for Catholics.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So in high school, even though you came from elementary school in public, they tried to go into the Catholic school.
And the boundaries of your ward, what does where does it start and where does it end, or something? Because
Okay.
I'm
It
not familiar with the Mississauga geography or something.
Yeah, it's from south of
401.
Dundas.
Oh, then.
I'm starting south, and then going north all the way to just before 407.
Oh,
And
the
then
big one.
yeah,
Eglinton.
it is because it's 2 wards.
I see.
I have 2 wards, and then you have on the east side is Mavis, on the west side. Then going on the west side is up to just about Streetsville, Credit View area. So that's the Ward 11. So it's two wards that kind of side by side.
All right. And right now, as a trustee, I think you have, for the past 2 years now, and in terms
3
of
years.
your term, 3 years.
We're going to election year.
Yeah. Do you have any, in terms of services and services that you rendered, are there some form of focus in terms of school accomplishment, school achievement, and programs that you're having?
Well, as a trustee, we all serve in different committees.
Yes.
Aside from being a board, we serve in different committees, and I do the alternate chair for Special Education Advisory Council. Even when I was in my first term, I used to chair the special education group. Somehow, that's very close to my heart. The first year I got elected, this is what happened. So that's why it became very close. First year I got elected. First call I received was from a parent in my community basically saying, my daughter is now 21 years old. She's coming out of high school. We don't know where to take her. So what services can we provide? Did we provide enough guidance for this child to be able to live on her own with her conditions? So it became very close to my heart, and knowing that once a special, or we call it now differing abilities children, come out of school, do they have the capability to be able to live on their own or be able to support themselves? So it's something that we do.
Sa yung sa area sa Ward Modlos, maraming Pilipino doon, di ba?
Marami.
Sa yung experience, mas madali bang i-guide yung mga anak ng mga Pilipino or pareho-pareho sila?
Pare-pareho din kasi depende sa sitwasyon. Depende kung anong sitwasyon na problema nila. And really, to be honest, and probably a lot of my people are listening in my ward, we went through a lot in the last year. I should say a year and a half ago, because our area in Ward 6, we went through the public review, pupil review accommodation. And we are actually closing, or we've closed one of our schools in our area. So that's heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking for me, but this is the thing that the government is basically saying to us: you have so many schools that have empty spaces. And because of that, they were reducing our budget. So for the last 2 years, they were reducing. Before we did this review, they were reducing it by at least $2-3 million every year. So that affects programs as well. So makita nyo na instead na bibigyan namin ng ganitong program, kulang na ang pera namin sa
Anong reason bakit empty ang mga classrooms?
Ay, tumatanda na rin tayo
Oh, I
eh.
see. So,
Tayo o yung
walang
mga
walang sumusulpot na bago.
Walang bumibili ng bahay, o di kaya tayo, we enjoy our home, right? So nag-stay tayo sa bahay natin, malalaki na ang mga anak natin, they
We're
move
still
out.
stay, yeah.
Unless they come back and say, Mom, I want to take over your house
Okay.
and have children. Some parents have done that. They kind of rented their space to their children and says, you know, as we get older, we want you to be here. At the same time, their children having young kids, parents get to enjoy them as well as it brings community. So yung area namin na yun sa Ward 6, marami talagang school. It was 7 out of 8 schools that were reviewed were mine.
So, what happens after the pupil accommodation review and there was a recommendation about closure or merger or whatever? What happens if in the future time people or students will start coming back? What will happen to this? You're gonna construct and build
A new one.
a new one, or you're gonna use this old school, or close the schools to be reopened and then offer additional programs or something?
So sa ngayon, yung eskwelaang isasara, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. But if any kids come back, if we have any more children come into the area, we still have a lot of schools that have empty spaces. If even we decided to close this one school, we know yung iba doon kulang pa rin, wala pa rin mga bata.
Ay kung ipagbili ng gobyerno ang eskwelahan, so paano pa ang accommodation noon? Alam ba, maging condominium o maging shopping center?
Gawin nilang community center.
Well, I hope so. I heard before na somebody was talking, maybe the city will buy it or the region will buy it and make it a seniors hub.
Oo.
It's a great area
Kasi
because
maraming senior doon eh.
tumatanda na rin yung mga
Yeah,
tao doon.
Yeah.
So,
Ang usual procedure kasi pag nagkaroon ng closure of the schools, ang unang first option will be to sell it to another school board or another
there's a list.
education
Yeah.
bago ipagbili sa labas.
So the reason why you're closing schools is because the population in the ward has decreased.
Well-
Kanina lumalabas, di ba? Siguro one of the reason.
I guess the population is not going down, pero yung mga bata na papasok sa elementary school,
Yung younger
kulang na.
generation,
The younger
parang
generation.
lumalabas yung ano.
yeah. So our age,
Kasi ang lumalabas yan, there was probably a period na maraming yung
Marami.
bagong kasawa,
Yeah.
tapos nagkaroon ng mga anak, so
Yeah.
you needed school. Now that after, sabi mo, 10 or 20 years, nag-change na ang profile,
yeah,
so
totoo yun.
hindi yung mga matatanda hindi na mapapasok na sa eskwela yan eh. Yung mga bata ang kailangan pumasok. So you're going to be closing down schools. So but the thing here is that you have an idle land there, property.
Oo.
So ang talagang very keen diyan, ang papasok diyan mga developers ng mga condominium.
Hindi, siguro ang isang paraan dyan is yung matatanda, yung nandoon for, say,
Tayo mo
20
na,
years, alisin na yun.
Tayo mo na, matatandang estudyante o matatandang
Parents. Yung empty nester na
Okay.
tinatawag.
Oo.
Na ibenta na nila sa mga bagong sulpot, yung mga bagong new families.
Immigrant,
Yun
Para-
ang isang problema.
Yeah.
The price in the area of houses,
Cannot afford.
the young families cannot afford.
Yeah.
No.
That
Yeah.
was the other problem.
That's another problem nga, kung i-dispose nga ng mga old folks yung kanilang mga bahay, lilipat sila sa condominium, right? More or less, para at least or hindi, old age
Retirement homes.
Ang mangyayari niyan, this is the time that kailangan mo yung lupa at building ng eskwela.
Kaya nga, para hindi isara,
Hindi, sasara mo na nga yun. Tapos i-redevelop mo.
ay paano yung mga sumusulpot na bata?
May
Wala na.
papasok na mga bata, so you have to create new schools again.
Saan mo ilalagay kung the area is already filled up with, houses and...
Well, I can tell you right now, that area has a lot of schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And that school, those schools, we still have spaces.
I see. So it's only the rerouting of the buses that you have to do.
Kasi ang usual procedure, each school or each school board receives some funding assistance from the government.
Depende sa population.
Depende sa population. For every student, may tinatawag na allotment doon or allocation or something. So kung marami kang space na tinatawag, learning space, at kukunti ang mga estudyanteng naka-enroll doon,
Maliit ang funding.
maliit ang funding doon. So to save on,
Maintenance.
on maintenance and everything, hiring of teachers, mini-merge nila or closing the schools para kuan. Ang magiging diyan problema is in the future kung sakaling lumaki na naman ang population,
Mag-expand yung existing schools.
They could. We have
To construct higher or sideways?
Well, we have three big schools there actually that were empty, and they were built higher.
Yeah.
See, some of the schools were built as a small school, so that's what happened here. We have 3 schools that were
Small,
smaller,
yeah.
were built smaller, and the older school, instead of building on top of it, they built another small school.
Yeah.
So that kind of created the problem.
I see.
Yeah.
Pero ang mga eskwela dito is controlled by the school board. The property, the building, it's not being controlled by the city or the province or anything.
No, it's the province actually.
It's the province that
Yes,
more
under
or less
ministry.
under the ministry. So ang lumalabas but the province doesn't have any authority to dispose of the building or unless the school board makes the decision, right?
It's under the Ministry of Education, which is under the Education Act.
Mhm.
All the things that we have to do with the building, with the properties that belongs to the school board, we have to follow what the Education Act will tell us to do. Like the board. The board, our employee is the Director of Education, and who is responsible for the school board. So we do the governing policies and all that and guide them, and we work with them on that regard. But we are still covered by the Education Act, which comes from the Ministry of Education, from the province.
I noticed also dito sa mga lower levels ng mga eskwela, no, instead of expanding the building going up, they expand it sideways, probably consume more for land area compared na sa atin. Hindi, itatayo mo yung building, magiging 4-5 story yan eh, no? So yung mga estudyante, say for example, hanggang grade 6, grade 7, they're occupying one building, no? But dito one-story building lang lahat yan halos eh.
Hindi naman. Depende sa lote nila na available sa kanila. Kasi merong ibang lote na maliit lang. So they have to build up. Pero yung ibang lote noon, they had bigger space. Minsan naka-adjust, naka-join sila sa city property like a community center or a park. So that works out well. Katulad ng dalawang high school
Or a church.
Or a church.
Yeah.
Katulad ng dalawang high school namin sa Mississauga, they have a joint library with the city of Mississauga. So nag-share sila ng library. Yeah.
What's the ongoing trend of the population of Mississauga? Mas marami bang matatanda or mas maraming bata? Or yung school requirement para pumasok sa mga eskwelahan?
Depende sa mga area eh.
Yeah, no,
sa
in
Mississauga,
general.
Mississauga is really has grown.
Has grown
right?
with what? With adults or with the younger generation?
Both. It's just kung saang area ka. Like my area, some of my area is older. Like let's say Ward 6. I don't mean people are older, but it's because their kids have grown, they love their house, they don't want to move out, right? And their kids will start their own family. If they come back, it's great. But then you have another area in my Ward 11, where they just built some new houses about 3-4 years ago, so they're still able to sell before this price hike of houses really jump. So parang spread pa rin. It's not like in Brampton, there's really a lot more coming. And then you've got to remember, it's a Catholic school. So in elementary, we accept students that is at least one parent Catholic, that is baptized in Catholic. So how many Catholics are coming to Canada is the question. How many of those are coming to Mississauga? So if you look at the public, you will see that they are growing as more than what the Catholics do.
What would be the criteria of yung mga Catholic schools, right? Hanggang anong grade level?
Grade
High school.
Grade 8.
Hanggang grade 8.
Grade 8. Because high school is open access.
Open access.
So pag high school
Sa Mississauga lang yan, no?
No.
No,
Everywhere.
that's true.
Everywhere.
That's true.
Everywhere in Ontario. Kasi nag-continue ang funding nila. It used to be years ago, ang funding na natatanggap ng Catholic school is only up to grade 10. And then, in-increase nila yan with a condition with Cardinal Ambrosic, I think.
No. Earlier than Ambroci. That was in 19...
with Bill Davis.
Yeah, Bill
That's during
Davis.
Bill Davis' time.
1975 something.
Yeah. So, ang nangyari noon, they opened the funding to high school up to grade 13. Now it's grade 12, right? Kaya naman, the condition is you will accept non-Catholics in your Catholic school.
High school.
In high school.
And then
So that's from grade 9.
the academic supervisors and the officers should be at least a licensed OCT, teacher. Kaya yung mga pari nung araw na hindi lisensyado, they are asked to
Secure their license.
re-engage or be licensed. Without that, But there are also, you would note also that there are also schools that are owned by the Catholic diocese system. So ang iba nagre-rent lang for 20 years. Kaya yun din na naging problema sa Catholic education system.
Are you considering the Catholic schools private compared with the public?
What?
Are you
What do
defining
you
it
mean?
parang
Private,
lumalabas
oo.
ng it has its own budget different from the public school?
Yeah.
Well, the budget is based on grant student needs. So both the public and the Catholic receive those same grant. And
From different sectors.
no, from the ministry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we get. So private is really you pay for the tuition.
Mhm.
Parang katulad sa atin sa Pilipinas, when you go to
Oo.
Catholic school, private school yun. Dito ang Catholic school, pag pumasok ka, let's say, under the school board, it is not. It is not private that you pay the tuition $15,000 or not. There are still other Catholic schools that are private here.
So,
Pero
100% yan, kunyari, meron parent na papasok yung anak nila doon, they have to pay 100% for the
Right.
school.
And that is not run by the ministry.
It's not. It's
It's
not.
not-
Run.
Which one is
How
that?
about the curriculum? Are they not controlled by the ministry?
Private school?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Um,
So not even a school board.
Okay,
No.
there's a regulation, the Education Act, that if you want, your private school or a private Catholic school or whatever private school is
school.
that, if you like to run a curriculum based on the Ministry of Education prescription, and you must be supervised by a superintendent coming from the Ministry of Education, then at least you will fall under Ministry of Education jurisdiction. Pero kung ayaw ng private school na to be supervised by the Ministry of Education, okay lamang yon.
Pero
But
parang-
remember, public and Catholic school systems in Ontario is publicly supported. So
Yeah,
per
public.
se, they are considered public schools because they are funded by the government.
So ang lumalabas dyan, kunyari, graduate ka ng those private schools na mentioned, are you recognized yung
Education.
courses mo?
Education, of
Yes,
course. In private
because
schools,
your
recognized na sila.
curriculum
Curriculum.
might be different from what is being practiced with the other schools, diba? Like that is supported by the school board.
At sabi nga ni Tony, regulated pa rin sila. Kaya lang, how they run their board, their school, is up to them. If they charge $15,000 a year, it's theirs. Whatever they spend is theirs.
Yeah,
Compared
pero,
to public.
Yeah,
it
in
is
addition
not.
to that, ganito ang sistema. To be able to graduate and to receive the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, palagay mo sa high school, kailangan they will meet the 30 credit units required by the Ministry of Education. Ngayon, kung ang curriculum ng isang private school is not meeting that standard, then the student will not be allowed to receive that Ontario Secondary School Diploma.
So, ibig sabihin nun, ganun pa rin siya. Bibigyan ka ng guidelines ng ministry to follow in order
Yeah.
for the graduate to be certified as a graduate for grade 12.
Kung hindi mo,
Kung di mo pa-follow yun, baliwala.
Baliwala.
I see.
Baliwala. But you're allowed to
do whatever you want.
To do, yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct. Yun ang
And
regulation.
charge as much as you can.
Pero ngayon na meron mga eskwela ngayon na Muslim schools na run by
By their own.
their own. Yung ba,
By their faith or
by
something.
their faith. Ito ba the same din ng curriculum nila sa Ontario or may hiwalay sila na na kagaya sabi ni Nelson, ito ba recognized din na ng gobyerno yung curriculum
I
nila?
don't think they're getting funding from the government. Ang
Hindi,
funding nila sa sarili nilang church. So,
Pero yung curriculum nila pareho rin ng education.
Hindi, ganito.
mag-approval din.
Okay. May private school ka of Muslim faith or Jewish faith.
Oo.
Okay. Ngayon, kung gusto mo ang mga estudyante mo ma-recognize ng gobyerno, kailangan they have to meet the requirements, the criteria. Yung requirements. Yung halimbawa, Ontario Secondary School Diploma, yung high school, ako ang requirements ay 30 to 33 units or credits, kailangan ma-meet ng bata yon. Ngayon, kung hindi mo ino-offer ng kwan yun,
Hindi
ng
bibigyan.
eskwela mo, hindi mabibigyan sa
ng certificate.
So, he cannot go to the university or college.
Hindi marirecognize.
Hindi marirecognize.
Kunyari, 3 units of arithmetic or problem.
Oh,
ganun
that's
dapat.
correct.
Yeah.
Yun ang requirement. No? Para kailangan sundan mo yung guidelines na yun.
Kamukha ng mga graduate, no offense, graduate sa Pilipinas at sa ibang dako ng daigdig. Pagdating natin dito, dahil hindi namit ang Ontario Secondary School Diploma credits, hindi tayo nabibigyan ng accreditation. Kaya ang sinasabi nga nila, go back to college or go back to school. Kaya ngayon tinatawag na tapos na ng high school sa Pilipinas, sabi pinababalik pa. Nag-iiyakan ng mga bata because they're lacking some sort of credits meeting the requirements of the Ministry of Education.
In my experience, doon sa like for example, yung mga high school graduate ng araw sa Pilipinas, they have to take an entrance exam going to the college and university. No, what I noticed was that there are questions coming out during those exams, like sabihin mo P6 or probably math, right? Na yung ibang eskwela has not given that particular or particular topic in their school. So disadvantage yung mga bata na yun pagka kumuha ng exam. Hindi nila alam yun. Well, the other schools, which is more or less you consider the prestigious schools in Manila or in the Philippines, naka-advance na yan eh. So pagdating doon sa mga exam na yan, alam nila yung topic na yan, alam nila yung agenda na yan. Doon nagkakatalong ngayon sa entrance exam kung pumasa ka o hindi, because yung disadvantage ng ibang eskwela, hindi nila alam yung topic na yan.
So, are you talking Philippines or are you
No,
talking
in the Philippines,
here?
yeah.
In the Philippines.
Dito rin kasi, ewan ko.
Dito merong regular exam ngayon sa across Ontario is what we call EQAO. They run it at grade 3 and I think grade 6 and then grade 9 and then 10 11. And 11. So they do the one is reading, one is math, and what's that one? I know math is there. Math is there. And reading. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Baka spelling?
Well, kasama na ron.
Kasama na yun doon.
Sa reading and writing, kasama na ron. I'd like to explain the third question. Ngayon, yung tinatawag na sistema sa Pilipinas at sistema rito, may may mga pagkakaiba. Okay? So, kahit na ang bata kwan doon, tapos na ng halimbawa advanced na doon sa atin, nagdaan na naman, kumuha na ng mga test. Dito kasi, may mga requirements din that before a student is allowed to graduate in the secondary school, may tinatawag silang Ontario Secondary Literacy Test. Pag hindi ka nakapasa ron, hindi ka rin pag-graduatein. So, yun ang pagsasala rito. At the same time, bago ka bigyan ng diploma, secondary school diploma rin dito, kailangan may mga tinatawag na number of subjects or courses na dapat matapos mo.
Pareho din yan sa Pilipinas.
Ganun din.
Pareho din.
Kasi sinasala nila yung papasok sa colleges.
Yeah, pero ang ating kwan, in terms of number of years schooling, hindi sa ngayon nung nakaraan, kulang tayo ng 2 years. Ngayon, para nga at least prepared ang mga bata natin for international requirements o standards. Ginagawa ng grade 12 ngayon. Pero ang unang cohort of graduates will still come by next year pa kasi 2 years pa lang ang implementation noon. Sa Pilipinas, we're talking about that. So, comparable lang ating ang ating equivalent.
Hindi na sila iiyak pag pumunta rito. Babalik pa sila sa
That's correct.
Kasi ano ang nangyayari dyan, no? It is recognized that in the Philippines na if you came from a private school, ang curriculum doon is more or less international, no?
Yeah.
And unlike if you graduate, you're attending a public school doon, no, compared with a private school, medyo iba ang ang curriculum. Now, the thing here is that if you say for example, the family migrated here to Canada, right? Ang nangyayari, ang frustration ng mga bata is that I'm in grade 4 already in Manila, right? When I come here, kulang daw gagawing grade 3. But here you have to understand it, right? You have to understand it that you are looking at the curriculum of a general public school in Manila. Pero yung private school na pinanggalingan ng bata, kung minsan mas advanced pa dito sa
So, as far as I know, okay, ang tinitignan nila ngayon pag nag-sign up sila is the age of the child. If let's say your age 8, what grade would that be here? Tapos ang ginagawa nila, they look at where you're lacking. Pag elementary, pagka dumating ka na ng high school, they try and look at that too and say, okay, this person should be on grade 10. Kaya lang, unang-una, they may lack the English language, right? So they'll send them to English as a second language courses, right? So we do that. We help them in a way. So as far as I know, when they come here, when they sign up, titignan nila kung anong edad itong bata. Itong bata ay dapat nasa grade 5 na, then they look at it. Kung kulang, then they suggest to the parents, okay, kailangan yata ng additional tutoring or may take some subjects earlier.
Okay.
So, ina-adjust na rin
Pero
ngayon.
kung minsan, what
Yeah.
I heard sometimes, insistent ang magulang na, no.
Yun ang nagiging problema.
No, my kid should be here in this particular grade.
Yeah.
Kung minsan, yun ang nagpiprevail.
Okay.
Ta-time out muna tayo.
Ta-time out tayo. May tinatawag dito na age-appropriate placement. Papaliwanag ko mamaya yan.
Right.
Sige, si Luz. Okay. Hanap buhay muna po tayo.
Kumusta kabayan? Ito'y si Rafael Neves, General Manager ng Action Honda. Para makatipid, mapabilis, pagbili ng Honda sasakyan, kami laging may paraan. Laging may sales events at promotion, tama sa iyong kakayahan. Please call us at 416-281-1234, 416-281-1234. Bibili ka o hindi, it's always my pleasure to talk to our kababayan. Mabuhay!
Hello po, ito si Belita Corrales. Kumusta na kayong lahat? Sa yumak na magsama-sama, ipadala ang ating cargo. Serbisyo ay hindi nagbago. Ang yumak ay totoo. Saan pa man ang iyong pamilya, ang yumak ay mayroong serbisyo. Kahon ninyo'y walang peligro. Darating, maayos at magaling.
Kayo nakikinig sa Talakayan.
PinoyRadio.com.
Ito po si Tony San Juan, ang inyong political social commentator na will be reporting about what's happening sa ating bayang Sinilangan o lupang tinubuan.
Lupang hinirang.
Lupang hinirang. Sa ngayon po ay tinatawag natin si President Duterte ay nag-declare na ng tinatawag na he is backing the custom officials against some accusations from the Congress, Senate, and House of Representatives about the corruption in the Bureau of Customs. So, sinusuportahan pa nyo ni Duterte ang lagay ng ating custom commissioner na si Paildon, Nicanor Paildon. Although may mga sinasabi sila na may mga nilabas na shabu worth 6.4 billion na ilabas sa customs sa pamamahala ni Paildon. Pero sabi ni Duterte, President Duterte, walang kasalanan yung kwan. So it's a battle between the Congress and the appointing authority. At isa pa po, ang nangyari sa Osamis killing or murder or assassination, hindi man lang pinayagan ng Osamis City Trial Court yung pag-attend ng mga kamag-anak para makakuan sa burol at libing ng kanilang namatay na mahal sa buhay. Yung mayor yata ng Osamis City na sino ba to? Mayor para Hinog. Hindi pinayagan. Sa tansya ba nyo isang magandang action ng Regional Trial Court? Ikaw kamag-anak, hindi ka pwedeng makatin sa burol at libing ng iyong magulang?
Ang reason ata doon is safety. Security.
O baka dahilan lang naman yon.
Safety ng yung victim, saka safety ng mga security.
Marami naman nangyayari na. Hindi mag-provide sila ng security.
Malaking pera.
Ganun ba?
Sino nagbabayad nun? Taong bayan.
O baka naman ang gobyerno, bukod sa ayaw nilang gumastos, ayaw nilang maging maging sentimental issue.
Baka may mga supporters.
Ngayon ako nakarinig ng ililibing ang magulang. Kung ang iba bibisita lang sa mga kamukha ng mga senador na nasa kwan ngayon.
Tony, if you're going to look at some of the issues in the Philippines,
yes,
the conflict in Marawi cost the government 3 billion.
That's
pesos
correct.
Already. So if you are going to look also, this can add up, right? If you're going to provide security, one family, one security, ilang buhay naman ang delikado dyan after that, right? Maaring yung biktima, like the family of the Paruhino, or probably yung security.
Nasa na ang ating tinatawag na tradition?
Yes,
Catholic or Christian tradition.
Hindi Muslim sila.
Muslim ba yun?
No, you can
pagkat Muslim hindi mo nakakonen. Pilipino rin yun, ha?
Oo nga, pero wala silang pakialam doon.
Hindi, winay ng court kung ano ang safest way.
Ang security doon, sabihin mo na, yung mga security who's going to be exposed there, yung mga pamilya yan, inisip mo,
mapatay.
mawawala ulit yan. If you were a member of the security force, paano yung pamilya mo kung ikaw naman ang nasawi doon?
Ano naman yung
that's because of
ano
tradition,
naman yung
diba?
Tradition or precedent naman kay President Marcos na inilibing malaking gastos ng gobyerno.
You can always compare something with
sige na. Okay. Kami po ay nakikiramay kung meron mang nawala sa tinatawag na 6.3 magnitude earthquake na nangyari sa Batangas, especially sa Nasugbo. At nagkaroon ng
tidal wave.
Hindi naman tidal wave. Naramdaman nila sa Maynila at sa mga karatig puok.
Saan yung 6.3?
Sa Nasugbu, Batangas.
Yeah.
Pero umabot yata hanggang Pampanga eh.
Yes, pero Manila yata 4 lang yata ang naramdaman
Oh,
nila,
pero kahit na pa nakakatakot din yun. So, kung ano man po ang kami po nakikiramay at sana hindi na maulit yung tinatawag na aftershock. Ngayon, in terms of the Senate, they have created a special committee to address and review the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Marawi. Sabi nga ni Nelson dito, 3 billion. So, palagay ko lalaki pa yan, yung 3 billion na yan. Malaking kuha. Pero may mga donation naman coming from North Korea. Oops! From China pala. So, malaking pera. Ewan ko ang US kung magdodonate.
May Russia.
Oh, Russia ba? Okay. Sana
yung pera ba sa China, donated yan? Walang attach yan?
Walang
talagang
donation yun.
Free.
Pero in kind yun. Kasama na yung mga armas doon. Yung baka 1 million doon o 1 billion doon, armas yun. In kind yun. Tinatawag in kind. Ang iba, dilata. Iba bigat. Anyway.
Overstock ata yun ng China. Wala nang mapaglagyan kaya binigay na sa atin. Ano?
So, maraming salamat po. And then, minsan, pusong mamon din si President Duterte at binisita yung kanyang kaaway sa politika na si Senator Laila de Lima. Pero
wala yata doon sa
Hindi ko alam kung nasan si de Lima. Maaaring panahon na sumilip siya nasa washroom si de Lima. Senator de Lima.
O baka nag-hide and seek.
Kahit na papaano, kahit na sabi niya kaaway niya at least tinitingnan naman niya na nasa mabuting kalagayan si de Lima. By the way, she's incarcerated or under detention sa Philippine National Police Headquarters sa Camp Crame. So it's a good sign also that the President also
hindi lang naman siya nandun, di ba? Pati yung dalawang senador.
Oo. At ngayon, nag-offer ang local government units, especially the Ministry of Interior, na magkaroon ng pabuya ng 100,000 para kung may mamatay silang NPA member, bibigyan ng 100,000 kung sinong pumatay doon. Maaari yung police, maaari yung army, o kung may tinatawag na volunteer na papatay kung bibigyan ng 100,000 pesos. So malaking pera rin, Joe. Uwi na tayo. Maging assassin tayo ron.
Bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter ba ang tawag doon?
Hindi mercenary.
Hindi mercenary. At isa pa po, si Vice President Lenin Robredo, it's a good news na she was named I think the chairman of the Liberal Party. Dapat naman because I think she's the highest government official belonging to the Liberal Party. Ngayon si Senator Gregorio Nasan was arrested, he surrendered and bailed out for alleged misuse of 30 million of his PDAP fund. Yung Philippine, Development. Yung something.
Assistant Fund.
Yun, tawag doon.
Project.
So, 13 billion, laki nito, Saan kaya dinala ni Manong Greg Hunasan?
Hindi naman kine-question kung saan dinala. Kine-question yata how he used it.
Yan na nga. Ganun na. Kung saan mo dinala.
Hindi ka mukha ng mga previous na mga bintang sa mga ibang doon.
Yes.
It was parang pinakit, ganun.
Mm-hmm. So, at isa pa, ang pinakamayamang legislator sa buong Pilipinas, alam niyo kung sino? Pinakamayamang legislator.
Sa Pilipinas? Si Pacquiao?
Hindi si Pacquiao.
Hindi si Villar. Pangalawa lang si Senator Villar, yung babae. Ang pinakamayaman ay si Michael Romero, yung anak ng tycoon, business real estate tycoon na Regis Moreno. He is now the richest legislator with a net worth of 7 billion pesos, of course, or equivalent to $175 million. Okay? At si Senator Villar ang pangalawa, ang pangatlo ay Senator Manny Pacquiao. So, yun ang...
Kulang pa yung boxing niya.
Ha? Wala pa rin.
Sa November, lalaban ulit siya.
Si Senator Villar, 3.6 billion. Sobra sa kalate, 7 billion si Pacquiao is 3.1 billion.
Kulang pa lang siya na
Kaya kalahati lang. At siya ngayon ang 49th richest Filipino outside of the Chinese Taipans, mga Chinese
Sino?
Filipino.
Romero.
Si Romero, 49.
Pero may dugong Chinese.
Wala. Mukhang Pilipino eh.
Anak ni Regis?
Regis Romero mga.
Hindi ba kasama dyan si Ayala?
Siguro.
Hindi, contractor ito.
Ang kwan daw they have what we call port business operations. Tungkol sa mga port.
Parang si yung...
Yabot.
Hindi, yung isang lalaki.
Sino?
So, yung container ngayon, sino ba yun? Hindi Romero yun.
Okay. So, yun lang po ang balita and my comments about what's happening in the Philippines. So, back to Luz.
Bits and issues, Joe.
Joe.
Ngayon na.
Yes.
Akala ko kahapon.
Lagyan mo ng pecha.
Bits and issues at Talakayan Radio Filipino. August 12, 2017. Raised Pine Foods, vacuum sealed Filipino flavors is now available. Call for your order of their tasty marinated pork, chicken or beef barbecue, or the Chick Boy popularized by Race Aristocrat. Call 416-829-6595. Call first before coming. Cash lang ang bayad.
Ganun ba? Taste of Manila will be on August 19 and 20th. Produced and supported by the original PCCC stalwart, Rolly Magante, who said that it will feature Filipino film stars and some political personalities. Abangan po sa susunod na patalastas ng Taste of Manila.
The Philippine Independence Council is presenting a fashion show on August 24, 2017 at the Arcadian Court featuring Philippine tapestry. This is part of the Mabuhay Philippines Festival scheduled for August 26 and 27 at the Nathan Phillips Square in celebration of Philippines' 119th Independence Day and Canada's 150th Confederation Day. For more information, contact Tony San Juan.
Ako ba yan?
Okay. Tony San Juan, 1963 at gmail.com.
Ba't inipasas mo yung 1963?
Bakit mo ginamit yun?
Hindi naman yung kapakanakan ko eh. Ano ba tawag?
Kapanganakan.
Okay.
Bininyagan ka doon.
Yun ang aming year of marriage. Wedding.
Tony, meron ka pa.
Meron pa pala ako. The first Golden Balangay Awards will be held on September 9, 2017 from 1 to 8 p.m. at the BMO Institute for Learning on 3550 Pharmacy Avenue. Ticket details will be coming out soon.
Tickets are now on sale for the Markham Federation of Filipino Canadians presentation of A Taste of Broadway featuring musical talents Alvin Alba, Michelangelo Masankay, Jason Nunes, Jasmine Ragual, Candy Santos, and our very own Karen Tan with a special guest Jay Davis and the Markham Mayor Frank Scarpetti. The show is on for 2 nights only at the Flato Markham Theater, October 7 and 8 at 7 p.m. Tickets can be purchased by calling the Theater Box office at 905-305-7469 or Esther Toribio at 647-556-0462.
Today, we are celebrating the official launching of our new MCBN Broadcast Center, where we are broadcasting from. Congratulations to the entire Radyo Pinoy crew headed by Bon Canton.
Now, we'll go back to our special guest today.
Meron ako additional information tungkol sa guest natin.
Okay.
Lingid sa kaalaman natin ngayon at kaalaman ng madlang tagapakinig sa Pilipino. Si Luz, dating member, magkasama kami sa Culture Philippines. At alam niyo naman na taga-culture din ako. At of course...
taga-culture ka ng Talaba?
Hindi. Mga Ilocano.
Okay. Sabi mo.
At siya rin ang naging chairman ng Carasoga. Yun ang multicultural activities sa Carasoga. At siya nga magiging prospect natin na MP darating na panahon.
Alright. Ganun ba yan?
Future pala. Future
nabanggit mo ang kanyang community involvement. Yun din ang susunod ko yung tatanong kay Luz kung anong kanyang tinatawag na community engagement. Hindi lang naman sa kalakahan ng ng Dapper and Peel, but also in other parts of Ontario. Luz, would you like to say something about it?
Yeah, I'm very heavily involved with the Culture Philippines of Ontario. As you know, we celebrated 30 years about 3 years ago. My daughter started there, and that's how I started my community work. Oh no, maybe not. My husband was involved in Association of Filipino Canadian Accountants. That's how I started. Then we went on to Culture Philippines of Ontario, and my daughter still dances, and she's finished university and a doctor of pharmacy now, but she's still very involved with that. With that, I became involved with Karasaga Festival, which I joined as a director, became a chair for 4 years, and still with Culture Philippines being involved as the host of the Philippine Pavilion, involved pa rin ng kaunti sa Karasaga. But outside of the community, a Filipino community, I'm also involved with Safe City Mississauga, which is what kind of look at what the different prevention that we could do to make sure that Mississauga remains safe to live in, and to work and live in. I'm also involved with Heritage Mississauga.
Yes.
It's another community that looks at the different heritage. Now, before pag sinabi nating heritage, we're only looking like, are we looking at only architecture, or are we looking at the people that lived here? Heritage is part, we are now part of heritage. The different cultural groups that are part of the city of Mississauga are now part of that heritage group. So yun ang ating pinopromote ngayon na parate. Yeah.
Yung political ano.
Yung si John, nabanggit niyang political, do you have any some sort of in the larger level of government service, like Joe mentioned about the member of the provincial parliament or member of the Parliament of Canada? Do you have any future plans or something? Would you like to answer the question?
Right now, I still would like, I'm planning to run as a school board trustee at this point in time. Regarding the future, I think right now I just want to think about it and enjoy life as it is, enjoy the work that I do for the community, and enjoy my school board roles, because it's really, there's a lot of reward in being a school board trustee. There's a lot of pushback as well, especially when you start looking at closing schools. But I think what we do for the community in terms of our schools, in terms of our children, it's a good thing. Itong magiging future natin kaya importante yun.
Running and serving as a member of the board of trustees, Dartford and Field Catholic, is also political in nature, right?
It is.
And that perhaps thinking of going to the next level. Would you like to answer my question whether you are supporting a political candidate right now?
I do.
Okay.
Because we do have a candidate in Mississauga who is running for MPP in Mississauga Center, which is my area where I live. And we are supporting her. Her name is Angeli Passes. And we hope that we could get a lot of our people, our community, to help us support and help us campaign. Because sometimes it's good to have it, but at the time na pagkampanya na, wala na tayong tulong. Mahirap yun. Kailangan kumatok ka talaga. You have to knock and talk to people and all that. So,
kala ko liberal ka. Oops.
Well, in another life.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Luz. And it's really a pleasure and an honor for us to be having you as our guest today. I hope we'll having more conversation like we have today. And yun, maraming salamat at mabuhay ka, Luz. At si Resty, dahil saan ba nagtatago si Resty? Tatanungin ko sana tungkol sa kanyang accountancy service. At
Oh, he's retired now. So
Oh,
you
retired.
should ask
Hindi,
him.
kasali pa rin siya sa AFCA. Palagay ko,
Oh,
naging
yeah.
president yata ito eh. Anyway,
past president.
siguro next time, makukumbida natin si Resty. Are you with me? Okay. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat din sa inyong lahat.
Okay, ang Toronto Syndicated Network ay nagpapasalamat sa mga nakinig at nakikinig sa amin for the past 13 years. Kayo pong nagsilbing inspirasyon ng Talakayan Radio Pilipino.
Hanggang sa susunod na Sabado, kami po ay namamaalam na ano man ang inyong ibig talakayin natin sa Sabado o may ibig ninyong balikatin namin. Tumawag lang po kayo sa 416-441-2887 o mag-email us sa jcabri2887@rogers.com. Salamat at magandang umaga, Joe.
At paalam na mga madlang Pilipino sa gitnang silangan. At paalaala sa August 19, na Sabado sa Linggo 20, Taste of Manila.
Okay, at tanong po si Don Isanuan, inyong political and social commentator na namamaalam din. At sa susunod pong Sabado, aming pong bisita ay aming kapanalig na si Karen Pascual Binaday, who will be promoting the PIDC Philippine Taste, Philippine Tapestry, and also yung Mabuhay Festival sa susunod pong Sabado.
Maraming salamat po sa mga nakikinig po ngayong araw na to, and until next week.
Thank you for listening to Talakayan.
The hours fade, the moments fly, and time never stands still. We now look into the pool of memories and pause a while in pious meditation to think of the things we did and did not do but should have done, and hope that in tomorrow we shall improve upon today. Good day, pleasant weekend, Diyos mabulos sa indong gabos.
Inyong natunghayan ang isa na namang pagtatanghal na ang programang Talakayan.